Oh, weird.
What's your dog's name?
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
What's your dog's name again? I forget.
A Kirby, but he's not around anymore.
Died.
Oh, I broke up. I went through a breakup.
Wait, she took the dog?
Yeah.
You lost the dog in the divorce.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Yeah, she
I'm
took
sorry.
Kirby. It's okay.
I didn't know you guys.
You guys
want to
restart?
Hey, jaded like you anticipated. Hey, haters gonna hate it, and yeah, it's X-rated. Let my words get you faded. Jaded. Mano, vamos ficar jadeada. Vamos lá. On a lighter note, we start again. We're like, so no dogs, huh?
Yeah.
Just cut to. Well, are you gonna get another dog?
You know what? That's a very good question. I haven't really gave it much thought. It's a huge responsibility. You know what I mean?
Not really.
Maybe
it's part of my schedule.
Know.
Like,
well, you have to walk it every day, and I don't know.
It's good for my mental illness because like, if I just stay in bed all day, that's when things get dark.
It gets you out of bed, doesn't it?
It gets me out of bed. She'll be like looking at me.
Forced to get sunlight. Yeah. Like even today, it's like I usually like on my because I've been more busier because of another podcast.
Oh, tell us about it. Are you plugging?
No. We could talk about it later. It's just something me and Jeremiah are doing called Scissor Bros. But I uploaded every Friday. I usually how the Lee brothers have like weird sleeping schedules.
No, yeah,
I mean
course.
Yeah, and I'm the same way.
Day.
But yeah, I'm like a vampire. But I couldn't miss this today. I was like,
okay,
I gotta go.
Tell me this.
I gotta go.
When did it start? Did you always like sleep all day and then party all night?
No, I'll tell you. I think that's a very good question. It started in San Diego in Poway, and it's when my brother would stay up watch like comedy specials, and he'd be like, "Dude, you want to stay up tonight?" Blah blah blahs. HBO had like comedy specials and stuff, and then I slowly started doing it. I was a good kid, but then I'm not blaming him entirely.
I blame him too for a lot of things.
But that's where it started. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You guys have a special relationship, huh, you and Bob?
On the road, I would always wake up and want to go do stuff, and I'd be like, Bobby, what are you doing? And he's like, shut the fuck up. I went to bed an hour ago. Stop,
I don't know how he like sometimes.
He sleeps all day.
No, but even like on like his shoots, like let's say he gets booked for like a movie or he always says, dude, I'm going on no sleep. He says that a lot. I'm like, how do you even?
It's because he gets into the video games and he wants to finish. Once we had a joining room, that's connected.
In La Jolla?
I forget where it was. I want to say it wasn't La Jolla. It was like, no, because in La Jolla, I always stay at the condo.
Oh,
and he never stays at the condo, he stays at the hotel. But we had a joining room, and it was like 1:00, and I was singing some musical theater song, and I just hear, shut up! Stop! And I didn't know that our rooms were next to each other.
Right.
And that's when we figured it out. And I was like, I got to move rooms.
You guys are like brother and sister type relationship, huh?
Yeah, but then it would make it weird for us to have crushes on each other because then we'd be brother.
Oh, we could talk about that because I know Kalila kind of blew my spot on that one episode where talking about like that Vegas.
But that Vegas trip,
I was crushing.
Awesome.
I have to admit, I was crushing.
That's
hard.
I'm honored.
But the thing is, I was, I guess I was simping. I guess there's a term for that.
Wait, what's that?
A simp?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know what that is?
No.
You don't know what a simp is?
No, tell me what's
simp,
up with a simp?
A simp is a person that does like, I'll give you an example. A simp is someone who goes on like an Instagram model's profile and like hearts it and is constantly complimenting. Or a simp is like a person that joins someone's OnlyFans.
Okay.
Like something like that where they're just simping.
But where does the word simp come from?
I don't know, but there's a whole different vocabulary. There's called betas.
Betas are guys that like to be like kind of humiliated, isn't it?
No, so there's an alpha and then there's the betas.
Right. Okay.
An alpha is, I don't know, someone
like who I'm dating now.
Yes, that's a perfect example.
Muscular.
Yeah, muscular, great physique,
finance,
handsome, sports. He has his shit together. He makes money. Alpha.
That's a rough.
And a beta is more like me.
Oh, you're adorable. So what's the beta part?
Well, okay, a beta. There's a term called beta bucks, alpha ucks with the F.
Yeah.
And
you can curse on my podcast.
Okay, alpha fucks, beta bucks.
Yeah.
The alpha guy is okay. You know how like when women are in college, like, oh, we're going to Lake Havasu, or like the weekend trip with their girlfriends.
Right.
Oh, we're going to Vegas, whatever.
Yeah.
They're the ones. The alphas are the ones that end up fucking them, and then they just go back. Then they go back home. A beta is a person later in life that takes care of her children, pays for the mortgage. You know what I'm saying? That's an example of beta bucks.
Okay, but aren't there alpha betas?
That's a good question.
He's really he's got alpha personality, but he like makes my tea in the morning, and he like does. He does these like very
that
kind...
is. I guess you could have traits of both. A lot of these are like generalizations. I'm just learning about it, but I know like betas are the ones that, they're lacking certain characteristics
of confidence,
finance. There's so many different factors. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't heard of this stuff.
I feel it's like big dick energy is alpha,
yeah,
and then beta is more like some self-loathing.
Beta is more like, they'll be in the friend zone. They'll have a crush on a girl for years, but they'll keep themselves in the friend zone.
What keeps you from going for it? Is it fear? Or is it like you don't want to get turned down? Like what keeps you beta?
Oh, I'm doing fine right now.
Okay,
my DMs are my DMs are filled up. Yeah.
Why did you look at Dylan when you're talking about
I
your
don't
DMs? Is that mustache?
I don't know.
Hey, Dylan, guess
Maybe
what?
I'm looking for his affirmation.
You need other dudes in the room?
No.
I got you.
No,
I got you.
I'll stop looking at him. He's a nice guy. We talked earlier.
Yeah,
I'll stop
cute.
looking at him. But there's another term. Have you heard of Have you heard of an incel?
Oh yeah, have I heard of an incel? Since I've had my podcast here at the Comedy Store, I've been face to face with these trolls. I swear.
It stands for involuntary celibates, where it's
not involuntary, voluntary.
Involuntary, where they want to get laid, but no woman will fuck them. So have you heard of Elliot Rodger? It's like a lot of people look up to. I'm sorry, I keep looking at this guy. I'm gonna stare at this. I swear to God.
Look at him.
So Elliot Rodger, the kid that shot up all those innocent people in Santa Barbara, like these incels look up to him.
Why? Because if they want to get laid, just like go find.
Or just go to Vegas, like
just go
to
somewhere.
a brothel,
or just like have a conversation with anyone. Like give a compliment.
Right.
I get upset because it's like then they become like aggressive and violent towards women. It's like, what do we do? Just because we don't want to fuck you? Like,
you know what? It's based out of frustration.
Yeah.
But the thing is, dude, there's so many awesome sex toys. Like, dude, I have like fleshlight. Like, dude,
what?
these
flashlights?
Oh, we can edit that out.
No, come on.
You guys edit that out. Timestamp that, please.
No, please. Flashlights are a whole thing I want to get into because I feel like I want to have one made of my vagina to give to my boyfriend, right? So I've been looking for different companies.
Really?
Yeah, as a joke because
Does he beat off still?
In the shower sometimes, yeah.
How do you know he beats off in the shower?
Because I asked him because the other day he was taking a really long shower in the morning. I was like, "Do you beat off?" And he's like, "Not today, but I have." But I have
he
done
uses
it.
soap, huh?
No.
Oh.
Do you? Doesn't that burn your dick tip?
Edit that one.
Oh
part
my
out.
God,
Two,
Jesus,
please.
we're gonna have nothing left.
Timestamp 9:23. Thank you.
Oh my God.
No, I actually, dude. I mean, I could talk an hour as far as my weird like masturbation habits.
But okay, when did they start? Have they always been the same?
I don't know when it started with the toys. Like that's kind of a general question. Like, what do you mean? Like, after
let's
the
go
breakup,
back.
before the like?
No,
what
let's
are you
go
talking
back.
about?
We're going back way far. Okay,
go
way
ahead.
farther. Okay, there's little Steve.
Oh, let me breathe. I need to breathe a little.
This is therapy. Some stuff might come up for you, okay?
No problem.
I'll share mine just to be like, okay, baby Jade, okay, finds out there's masturbating. First, I did it on my stomach because I didn't understand that I could be laying back. So I would do it like this and just kind of rub against my own hand.
That's why we need video because that movement you just did kind of freaked me out. She was just
so you guys can imagine that.
Okay.
Okay, so from then on, like I just slowly learned to masturbate and whatever.
Yeah.
Baby Steve.
How old were you?
I was like 15.
I started before that.
Why did it sound so good? 3
it,
years
no,
old.
No, it was 3rd grade.
That's not that crazy. That's when most. I mean, I
It was my
discovered
teacher.
it
My
before, yeah.
teacher was a hottie, like cougar, like hot. Her name was Mrs. Self.
Mrs. Self?
SELF.
You still
Self.
remember?
Yeah, I do. And
We need to find a photo.
I just remember we had book reports, and she had like cleavage hanging down, like when she was like looking at our book reports. And I just remember as a kid, and her boobs like were literally just right by my little head, and I was just like, I might have taken a sniff or something. I was like, you know, that's another reason why you guys need video, because I'm trying to demonstrate.
The smelling, it's
okay.
so cute.
And so I smelled her boobs, and I remember coming home, running to the bathroom, and I just remember locking the door. And, you know, I'm bigger now, obviously, but I remember taking these, okay, so this is my little weenie, and I went like this.
Taking a photo just so people can see it.
Well, I did the three finger, the triad, the tripod. I did this on my little Tom Thumb, and I was doing that.
Did you come?
Yes.
Oh my God, young.
No, but hear me out. I remember ejaculating, but I was in 3rd grade. So I was like, you know, and then, but I remember, you know, the feeling of ejaculation?
Yeah,
Ejaculation.
I know it.
But then it started, is that young?
No, I feel like it's actually really good that you did that young, because then you can discover it more, you know? So, like, I didn't really discover it until, like, I would play around, but until I was 15, I didn't really know.
When did you start getting pubic hair?
Early, because I'm Brazilian. So
right.
Early. Wait, did it take you a while?
But I just remember even, like, in 5th grade, there was, like, a swimming pool party, and I don't want to say the guy's name, but there's one guy. We're in the changing room, and I just remember we're all, like, getting into our swim truck, you know, we're all getting naked, and then I look over, and he had full-on, like, Chewbacca bush. And I remember I was so jealous. I was like, oh, my God, he's a man.
That's like Big Mouth. That happens in Big Mouth when he's like, he's got a dick and pubes and I don't.
I was jealous. I was like, oh, you like, and I was looking at my ball.
Girls never think about that stuff. Like, we don't, I
remember. I do. I did.
Yeah. Did it make you want to have more pubic hair?
No, it was just, you know what it did? It was like, I was self-conscious at that moment, because before then I'm like, oh, everyone's bald. This is like probably going on in my head. And then I this one guy, he was like an enigma or just some kind of rare thing. I'm like, oh God, he has hair. But why would you get jealous at that?
Well, I really wanted to get my period really bad because my sister got it.
Well, how old were you when you got that?
I don't really remember. I want to say like 14, like kind of late. But my sister had it already because she did gymnastics, and then as soon as she stopped gymnastics, she got like boobs and like woman.
Right. Do you remember the first time you hooked up with the guy? Like, I got more action in middle school than I did in high school.
Yeah, middle school was pretty good. I just found some 8mm tapes that I had someone transfer over.
From middle school?
From middle school, and it is... Steve, it blew my mind. We were watching it last night, and it was just so crazy. There's video of me, and I still have an accent. I'm like, hello, we are in America. It's so crazy. Like, I still have an accent. And
so you were hot with the guys?
I was hot with the guys because I remember I was like looking at the video of like dance choir, and I'm like, that's Will, that's Josh. I remember all the little love triangles.
You're kissing boys?
I was kissing boys, but I was really nervous that people would judge me for having a bush.
Why?
I don't know. I was really embarrassed. I was really embarrassed about pubic hair. My whole body's lasered because of it.
Was there like a local like country club where you know like you're wearing your bathing suit and then the bush was hanging out?
Okay, I saw a woman and she was wearing a bathing suit and her bush was all the way down her legs, and I remember everyone being like, "Ew, what the fuck?" and me being like, "Oh my God, yeah, gross."
That's sexy as fuck.
And then I came home and I was like, I have a bush, and what if anybody sees it and they'll know? And then I also was really self-conscious about nipple hairs.
Oh, I had one. You had hair on your nipples?
Yeah, I'll get like every once in a while I'll get one.
But you didn't have one long one like this.
Not that long, no.
I get one, like at the beach. I all the kids would circle around me
Yeah.
because I had one nipple hair that I swear to God it went 3 inches out, three and a half, 4 inches out. It was like, and it curled, so it was like, I was so proud.
And that stayed with you.
Yeah, I do, but then I pluck them now.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I pluck them now.
But I was so terrified that anybody would watch or like think that. And then there was this guy named Paul, and I went to like a prom with him or something, and he wanted to hook up, and I didn't want to hook up, and so I said no. But
well,
then
it's prom.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean.
I know, but I went as a friend. Okay, it was a friend date.
Trust me, I'm not judging you. I didn't hook up at all.
It's not like he went to Red Lobster and then I didn't. It was split.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he's treating me to a Red Lobster dinner.
Okay.
And then expecting nothing. But then I didn't hook up with him, and then he told everybody that I shaved my ass.
Did you shave your ass?
No.
Oh, okay.
So
but you
that
got
really
hair
upset
out of,
me.
Wait, I'm confused now. Why would he say that?
I don't know. It was like
That's
just a
so
mean
weird.
thing that he said, and then it really hurt my feelings.
And then that got you self-conscious.
Yeah,
like,
and then I was like, "What's wrong with my ass?" Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's all fucked up.
Were you So did you?
Did you just ask me if I was a cunt?
No, I
Did
never.
you cunt?
Did I say that? Did you cunt? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it.
Play it back.
No, no. You don't have to say that. No, I didn't.
Okay.
I don't think I said that. No, I lost my train of thought.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say I got more action in middle school, because in high school, like I got into church and like Bible studies.
Why? I had a moment too, by the way.
What do you mean?
I had a church moment too.
You like brought your friends to Bible study?
Yeah, like all the cool, cute girls went to Bible study, so I was like, I'm gonna be a part of this.
Really?
I actually found one of the 8mm tapes, and my sister's like, "Come downstairs. We're doing Jello shots and hang out with Mom." And I'm like, "I have church tomorrow. Get out."
Like you just like these tapes now. I'm like really interested. Like
it's so crazy.
So
I'll show you some.
Are they VHS?
They used to be 8mm,
Beta?
like these little 8mm tapes,
Yeah.
and I never find the right camera for it because the camera was like, they don't make it anymore, and so I got this guy to like pull it, transfer.
How much footage do you have of that? Do you think?
4 hours worth.
I just
altogether.
had a great idea. You know what you could do with that?
What?
When you like reset, like and rebrand your shit, you infuse some of that footage.
It's part of my documentary. It's why I pulled
Oh,
it.
so the Jaded documentary.
Yeah, there's a doc I'm trying to sell. Yeah, so it's all for that, and it's really exciting
maybe
too.
Maybe the Hulu.
I'm thinking more like I'm
Netflix?
hoping HBO. I'm thinking bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll take Hulu if Hulu's interested.
Yeah.
I'll take Hulu. But do you have footage from when you and Bob were little?
I wish we did.
Nothing buried somewhere?
No, but we grew up in a haunted house. Like our house in Poway, like was built on some real burial ground, like poltergeist shit.
Like you saw weird shit. Like tell me a story.
We both. Well, okay. So I was sleeping one night. I must have been like 6th or 7th grade, and yeah, because I had Bible verses. I used to like on like these big poster boards. I'd write Bible verses.
Oh, I wonder why you didn't get laid. Weird Jesus freak in high school?
Okay.
All right. You weird Jesus beta? What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%.
Why did you find Jesus? Why did you need Jesus?
That's a good question. I think I was
You're
duped.
going through stuff.
No. I met other kids and they duped me.
It's like, they're a bad influence.
Bible study?
Yeah. Like,
and then I ended up going to the camps and shit. Like, come on. You know how it goes.
Oh, I got into it too. I wanted to be cool.
Look, those camps were fun, by the way. Like Hume Lake and shit like that. That was fun.
Yeah, you did real camps. For me, it was like, let's go to Richmond to the aquarium.
No. These were real camps with a lake and everything. But anyway, so I was like half asleep, half awake. I was in 6th or 7th grade. Have you heard of sleep paralysis?
Yes, I have it. I've gone through it.
Okay, so this was that, but like there's spirits and like ghosts and shit involved. I'm not kidding around. Okay, so like I was literally like held down, like I was under my covers and they paralyzed me, like these spirits. So I was in 6th or 7th grade, I was just frozen. But then the scary part was like this. I'll do it right here into the mic. It was whispers. It was like,
stop.
You know what I mean? Like
frightening.
in both ears. And it was like a legion of voices. It wasn't just one. It was like, imagine like that whispering.
Yeah, that's frightening.
And I swear to God, I tried to yell out Jesus, but I could only get the J and the E out. I was like, you know, yeah. And so it's like, you know, sweating profusely, paralyzed, fucking almost getting possessed and shit. And I'll tell you how my brother got out of it, because he experienced the same shit in his room. It was the hallway. It was that freaking hallway in our house. But I finally said, like, Jesus! You know, I fucking said it. And it just, like, a fucking weight was lifted. But similar to my story, Bob, because it was that hallway, same thing happened with him. Guess how he got rid of him?
How?
His bedroom. Okay, so there was a hallway. My room was closer to my parents' master bedroom, but his was closer to the garage, entry door, laundry room to the swimming pool. He literally was getting these demonic. He jumped in the pool.
ASMR ghosts in his head. Yeah. He jumped in the pool.
He jumped in the pool. And then later in life, I asked, you know, my folks, I go, hey, is there something weird about that Poway house? And they finally admitted it. They're like, yeah, my mom used to, like, park in the garage, and, like, even my dad, they would run to their master bedroom and in that hallway.
The hallway.
Yeah. And not only that, I even asked my cousins, Eddie and Jenny, you know, later in life, because, you know, they're older now. I go, hey, like, did you have any weird vibes at that house? They're like, oh, yeah, we hated going there. Yeah, that place gave us the creeps.
Oh, my God. Isn't that weird that you can kind of feel the energy? And when it's dark, you can't, like, sometimes put a finger, but some more people can feel it. Yeah.
It was real. And not only that, okay, so I did research later in life. We're from Poway, right? Poway. But the root, there's a root word. It was like something. It was like an Indian word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, where that geographically, where that was located, it was like there's Native history.
So they were like Native Americans.
So I think, my hypothesis is I think that house, that specific house, was built on a fucking row of, like, dead Indian bodies.
But what are they trying to do? That's what I would think about. Like, they just want to haunt you.
I've thought about that too. I've thought a great deal about that. I feel like when someone passes and they're in an unsettling kind of traumatic way, because I was just talking to I just had Brendan Schwab on my podcast, and we were talking about ghosts or something, just like briefly. But I was thinking that, you know how, like, when a ghost, like, speaking of ghosts, we're at the
oh Jesus,
you know how, like,
Cheryl
a ghost
here.
Yeah, when a ghost occupies, like, a house, I feel like they're, like, on a loop. They're just on this same loop, like there's some unsettled business.
But what breaks the loop?
I don't know, but the thing is, it's all about, like, detachment. They're attached somehow, like, traumatically, to a certain event or that space itself. So they're constantly just in this dramatic post life loop that they haven't let go of this dimension, and they're, like, fucking stuck. Have you seen that movie Jacob's Ladder? It's kind of like that. Like, there's this movie.
But you can watch. You really like dark.
Yeah, Jacob's Ladder. I think it's from, like, the 90s. It's like Tim Robbins is in it, but it has to do with that. Like, the whole movie is literally taking place in his mind, like he's in Vietnam. But then throughout the movie, it's just playing out in his head, like his life with this kid, and then he has another life with this other girl. But at the end of the movie, he decides to let go, and he follows Macaulay Culkin's in it. He like follows Macaulay up in his house up to heaven. Yeah, and then the very last shot, he's still in Vietnam, like finally letting go. Like, so it's one of those epiphany moments, like The Sixth Sense, where.
But how do you like how does the Macaulay Culkin character come in and save the day? You know what I mean? Like, what makes him out of the loop?
It's more of a symbolic thing, because
he finally has to decide.
Yeah, he decides to let go and just, like, let go of that life, and really, like, he let himself die, basically. It was going on in his head, is my point.
It's hard to let go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I talked a lot of. I'm so sorry.
No, we actually, one of the things Dylan was doing, he did some research on you, and we were talking about these movies that you like, and there was one that he brought up that was called Martyrs. That's like this really very dark.
Oh, dude, do not.
Well, I watched them, and it ruined me.
Have you seen Martyrs?
No, I saw just photos, and from the photos alone,
dude, it's the most fucked up movie. Like, I've seen a lot of movies. That movie was, like, on a different level fucked up. Like my neighbor, like, he's like a movie guy, and he goes, "Have you seen Martyrs?" And I'm like, no. And then he goes, here, borrow it. And then it was sitting
You
in
already
my...
know it's going to be creepy if
yeah,
it's a borrow.
and then he kept
He
asking
owns
me.
it?
Yeah, I'm like, he kept asking me, have you seen it yet? And then one of the nights I'm like, fuck, I'll just put it in. I couldn't sleep. And then dude, it's the most, I mean, it's kind of like torture. Like
it's torture
like,
porn. That's a whole new thing.
no, but it's more even like, it's torture in a way where it's like you're testing like how far you could, the threshold, how much you can endure as a human. Like it's fucked up. I want to get into it. Have you seen it?
No, I've heard about it.
Dylan
Dude,
told me
it's
about it.
so
Yeah.
fucked up.
I
so
like
fucked
up stuff, but not like that because I have OCD, so I get like repetitive negative thoughts that I have to work with already.
Yeah.
And I already hear like you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit, and then you add like naked body, blood.
You get that in your mind?
Oh yeah, I have really bad
Jade, you do?
OCD. Yeah, I have to practice I have to practice swiping it away and doing all the things.
Where do you think that comes? Like, how long have you had that?
It comes from my trauma of not fitting in. It comes from my trauma of being an immigrant. I think
Really?
that's what it's from. Yeah. And my early sexual experiences.
What do you mean by that?
Just like they were just not like fun. They weren't like loving. They were just, just shit I think a lot of people go through.
Right.
You know, all the fucked up weird stuff that happens to us when we're kids.
I mean, the way it's like I said, I didn't get laid until like college, like second year in college or something.
That fucks you up. I mean, imagine if you're like in your 30s and you're in that situation. You live in your mom's basement and you just want to fucking shoot up.
Oh, so there's going back to the incels.
Yeah, because they're mad.
They're mad and they haven't got laid.
Dude, you know what? If you're mad and you want to say something mean to me, instead just email me something nice and I'll send you a picture of my feet.
There's a whole
It's a promise.
There's a whole thing on that. Like, I'm sure there's girls out there with like OnlyFans where they just show pictures of their feet and dudes will like pay for that.
We go back to OnlyFans almost every episode of this podcast for some reason.
Let's talk about it a little bit more. Like, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I don't know because I get nervous because I want to do network stuff, and I feel like sometimes you can't when you're not already established. It kind of like.
What does that have to do with OnlyFans?
I feel like you can't have an OnlyFans and then trying to be on a family show on a network. Yeah,
I think OnlyFans is catered to. I don't want to generalize, but it's kind of catering to a specific type of person, I think.
Yeah, but maybe that's what I was thinking about. I was like, the industry's changed so much. Remember, like you couldn't do one thing and you couldn't do the other. Like you could only be a commercial actor and this kind. Now it's like you could do it all. Like you could do it all. Like if you're just yourself and you're authentic, like that's what people like, I think. It's like,
yeah.
But
but with you, yeah, I understand because I'm putting myself in your shoes. It would be hard for you because you've done Hollywood shit like. Is it called The Soup?
Yeah.
The Soup, and you've been doing commercials, and you want to do TV.
Yeah, I want to do more TV.
And you want to do movies eventually.
Oh,
but, like, I'm guessing because you could do research now on the internet, and I'm sure if, like, let's say a producer or director says, oh, we want to hire, let's check out our social, Jade Catapretta. Yeah. And then they go, wait a minute. And then they kind of... they follow the breadcrumbs to the OnlyFans account. And
they already have a
I don't
Wiki
know.
feed. That's
I mean,
pretty
will that
thorough.
affect your chances of being booked?
Yeah.
But this is why I'm telling you, I think it's catered to a specific type of person. One, I know they don't want to get a regular job. That's obvious.
Yes.
They don't want to go,
But it's a lot of work. You taking all the photos. You got to buy lingerie.
Yeah, but,
you got to get the light. You got to get in shape.
But compared to...
This?
Working as a barista or working at Subway or working at Target or working at at the Apple store. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not. It's
a
not
different kind
everybody.
of work.
Yeah, but I feel like it's so cool now that anybody can do it. You know what I mean? You can build your own.
No,
business.
but guys, it would be hard for me to get an OnlyFans.
You would crush OnlyFans.
I do have a good butt.
You have such a cute
dude,
butt.
I got a bubble butt.
I know you do.
Bubble butt.
And I feel like you could just do weird stuff around your house. It doesn't have to be naked.
No, but this is the thing. No girls would sign up for it. It'd be only
It would
only be men. It would be men.
What's your percentage of fan base you think women to men?
I could break down those analytics as far as my YouTube. Do you want to know?
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
My YouTube fan base is 3% women.
Stop.
And the rest men. So it's at 97%.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Mine is like 73% dudes.
What?
Mine is 73% dudes.
Hello?
Yeah. Are women just not getting content? What are they looking at?
Not
Health
for
and
me.
wellness. Yeah. I think you're so cute.
Thank you, Jade. Thanks for the compliments,
I want
Jade.
you to read. I want you to read some of the DMs.
What? Oh no.
Are there weird ones that you would read?
No, because those
Or
I
the ones
don't.
you like?
I would, but I don't want to blow anyone's. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
But
They're
when you're-
not, but it's not like they're filled to the. I kind of exaggerated
Oh, did you?
earlier.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
a little
I'm
bit, a little bit. They're not
I
because
never
I
get
said
DMs
because
like
I said
that.
they're filled to the max. It's not. It's like once in a blue moon I'll get one or two.
I've never gotten one. I don't get them a lot.
Be honest.
I swear, I don't
know
get them
you
a
get
lot.
dick pics every day.
I haven't gotten a dick pic in a very long time.
Right.
But also, I just never understood. I think they're funny. They're more funny than anything. Do a
But
little
what
funny
is-
one.
What's going on in the guy's mind that like that's a good idea to like I'm gonna just my opener is like a picture of my dick.
A dick. I'll leave
I'm
with
not
that.
gonna even say anything. They'll understand.
Where do you go from there? You know what I mean?
You
What's
can't.
next?
You can't.
It's like going to the peak of the mountain.
So let's do this segue into when is the appropriate time to send a
A
picture,
dick picture.
of your penis?
When you're already dating.
huh?
When you're already dating.
Okay, what about this? I'm going to give you some questions.
Mm-hmm.
Is it appropriate if the woman sends a nude picture first?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's when you could send a dick pic?
I feel like once the door has been opened, dick pics are what
does that entail, the door being opened?
I mean, it's like if I send you a nude, you can send one back. That's not crude or weird. I feel like that's, of course.
What?
Call and repeat.
So if you're into the guy and you see a picture of his penis, what does that do to the, like, does that turn them on?
No. I've never been like, I don't see a dick and go, yeah.
No, but what if you like the guy?
I like it. It's cool, but I'm not going to see a dick. I'll be more turned on by seeing like a smile or like.
Emoji?
Not an emoji, but like an emoji. I'm jacking off to a cartoon version of my boyfriend now. No. That's more. I like that more.
Because I'm sure a lot of guys are going to listen
Like
to
something
this.
like this, Steve. Like
Go ahead.
A little video like this, like where you're like, I'll tape this so that people can see it later. So it'd be like a little video, like, okay, I'm thinking about you.
Oh.
Like that's.
Yeah. Yeah. So would you be?
Or like one like this. Hey, baby, I'm gonna pay for your student loans.
Oh Lord. Yeah. Sugar mama.
I would love that.
Oh, if the guy says that to you.
Yeah.
So that's more of a turn on than a picture of his penis.
100%.
If you said, "I'll pay
For your student loans.
for your student loans."
Yeah, I mean, if you're actually gonna do it, that's even better. But just even hinting to that is really funny.
But that's going back to the betas. That's out to the betas, a message like to all the betas out there, pay for my student loan. Because
No,
the
you
alpha
don't have to pay for stuff. I mean, that was kind of just like a joke. But,
yeah.
But it's fun. I think it's cuter when there's a message attached and it's like sweet.
Yeah. Do you think the dating market? Because I just getting off a 4.5-year relationship.
I'm sorry about
No,
that.
it's okay.
Hard.
But the thing is, I wanted to talk to you anyway because you dealt with that too.
Yeah, I did. I went
You
to your
were
house right
exactly
after.
so.
That was hard.
How long did it take you? How'd you get over that?
It took 3 years.
What?
It took me going back to Brazil, reconnecting with my soul.
Really?
Is my mic going in and out? A little.
I think you're good now.
No, it took me a long time because I had like I even had like weird attachments to like stuff that I didn't even realize.
Like, give me an example.
I was really attached to like the house. I was really attached
Oh, you
to the
guys
house.
had a house together?
We had a house that we put together.
Didn't you have a spot in New York?
We had an apartment in New York that we Airbnb'd out, and that took forever to, divide.
Right.
And so that part was hard, but it took me a long time.
How long were you with Nick?
Almost 8 years.
8 years?
Almost 7 something. 7.
And so how long till you like hooked up with the next guy?
It took a while for me.
Huh?
It took a while for me. I
did?
wasn't, like I hooked up with people, but I wasn't with anyone for a year, like real,
So, okay.
emotionally.
So how long did it take for you to hook up with that one, like the first dude?
Well,
since the breakup?
Since the breakup. Ooh, I can't even really remember. It was more, I kind of went through more of a girl phase for a while.
Oh,
just
that's
to get
cool.
it out of my system.
Really?
Yeah.
So you hook up with chicks?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know who
Nate.
I saw the other day? It was really funny. I thought of this. Do you remember Ryan Keeley? She's a porn star. She's so cute. Do you remember her? I think
No. Show me a picture.
will you pull it up, Dylan?
Yeah.
So Ryan Keeley was this porn star. And remember a long time ago, Red Band. Oh my God, is that tobacco?
No, it's nicotine pouch.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
So Brian Red Band and like Sam Tripoli or something, they had like a porn star podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan Keeley came on it. And at the time, she was like this really young porn star, just like really pretty. She's wearing the sundress. And she thought that the whole podcast, she had to get naked for it.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point, she takes off her sundress and she's completely naked.
How's she look?
Beautiful, like really perfect tits that hang like really gently. This
How
is before
old-
she had any plastic surgery. Oh, my dad's calling me.
Oh, that's her?
That's her really early on. So she was just kind of like girl next door. And
How-
she's like,
How old was she when you
around
saw
there, around there.
Saw
This
she looks
age.
probably in her 30s.
Yeah, but she was younger. She's older now. I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
So she was like this little, and she's really into comic books. So she thought the whole thing was supposed to be about comic books and getting naked, which was so funny. So she like took off her sundress and everyone was like, whoa. And then she sat on my lap and she like bit my neck. And
Oh,
I was like,
damn.
stop. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Did that turn you on?
Yeah, it was like too much. And I was dating Nick at the time and he was like not cool with stuff like that. So I was like, ugh.
Oh my god.
And then I ran home and I masturbated to her. Like I literally went home. That's never happened to me before. Like I'm not like men get like that where they're like, oh my God, I better. And I never felt like that except that one moment. Like I just was so
it
like,
turned you on.
yeah, she was naked sitting on my lap and I was just like, ugh. And then I saw her the other day.
What did she smell like?
You know, sweet. I actually kind of remember what she smells like.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really into smells. Smells
Yeah,
are a
me
thing
too,
for
me
me.
too.
Yeah,
Like,
like
was she wearing
really sweet.
perfume
She
or-
was. It was
she
just
was-
really sweet and
It was subtle,
It
like
was subtle.
flowery. And,
Yeah.
Oh wow. And then
And-
like it kind of wiped off on you a little bit of her perfume.
a little bit of her perfume. I came home, I could still smell it. It was a whole
Yeah.
thing. And then I saw her the other day, and it was so funny because she was like, hey, great boots and pants. And I was like,
She remembered you?
well, no, she saw me do a set the other day. She was in the main room.
That's ironic, really? After
Yeah.
all these years.
And I hadn't thought about it in years.
What does she look like?
Now she has short hair, and she like, look, she.
Oh,
That's
she
a very
look-
specific photo. I
Whoa,
don't know why
wait a
that's the
minute.
one he would
That
show.
looks like a completely different.
Yeah, because she does MILF porn now. Like, so
Oh
she's like,
my.
she's like got these huge tits, and she's beautiful still, gorgeous girl.
You know what? I always wondered like the trajectory of like a porn star. Like, you know
they
what
have
I'm
to
saying?
go into another category.
So would you say it would be like their sweet spot is from like 20 to like
No,
what?
because MILF porn is what sells the most. MILF. See?
Well,
Big
she-
titties like
It looks like
that.
her boobs grew.
Yeah, they grew.
I mean, those look like melons.
Yeah, she got new boobs.
So you're saying, oh, okay, so before that it's from 20 to like 27 or 25?
I don't think so. I think you could like really do porn at any age at this point. There's so many niche things. There's like grandma porn. There's all types of shit.
I love the grannies.
You love grandma porn?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Edit that out, 38 minutes and 35, guys.
My grandma was really into like those romance novels. I talk about it on stage. Yeah, I found all these books that she had and like started to kind of read through some. And there's one where it's like the veins of his penis were throbbing.
You know what? I could see, that's
Wait,
cool.
what? My grandma's
Yeah.
reading softcore porn midday.
Yeah, that's not weird.
It's kind of weird
But is it weird that I watch it?
that you watch what?
Granny Cream Pie.
Yes, it is.
All right,
Is
edit
that from
that
the
out.
go- is that-
39 minutes.
is that from the
5
Ghost?
seconds. What?
It's like,
I
what
don't
happens
know.
to a child if ghosts attack them? Well, granny porn is where they'll land.
Hey, jaded like you anticipated. Hey, haters gonna hate it, and yeah, it's X-rated. Let my words get you faded.
Jaded.
Mano, vamos ficar jadeada. Ah, vamos lá.